Who is Ashley Madison though? That's what I want to know. Like,
I feel like Ashley is the go-to cheater name.
Welcome to The Worst Asian Podcast, where two Asian American millennials give you our shitty opinions on all things Asian. My name is Lingjie. I'm here with my co-host, as per usual, Ben.
yes. Hello. Hi, everyone.
Ben, do you know what's coming up this week?
Tax season? I don't know.
Tax season's coming up too, but more importantly, Valentine's Day is coming up. We've talked about this previously. I think you and I have given as much love advice as we have available to us.
Yeah, sure.
Not always the best quality advice, but we've given it nonetheless.
Yeah.
And I thought maybe this week, instead of just you and I talking about modern Asian dating, maybe we get someone with some better opinions here for us.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah. We have the perfect person here with us today.
Everyone's tired of hearing a Korean single man and a married Chinese boy talk about everything that they know about love. So we thought it would be nice for us to finally get a female perspective and, for once on this podcast, a non-Korean and a non-Chinese perspective on things. Joining us on the pod today, we have model and former Miss Philippines International 2017, Mariel De Leon.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome.
Yay.
Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for inviting us into your humble abode.
Yes.
For our listeners out there who don't know who you are, do you want to give a quick introduction?
Okay.
Or is this kind of embarrassing? Am I putting you on the spot?
Are you shy?
I'll make it short and sweet. Yeah. I'm from the Philippines. I just moved here October 2019, just before the pandemic started. I moved here because I got signed to a modeling agency. That's a short background about me.
Fair enough. Very
Short.
Yeah.
very short.
Very
and
short
also,
and concise.
like the Cliff Notes version of your life. How are you liking New York so far,
Oh, I love it so far.
aside from the pandemic?
Aside from the pandemic, I really, really like it. I like the people, which is weird because
Like the different type of people.
different type of people, and
Like
I
the
like how
weirdos?
everyone's always honest and straightforward. Because in the Philippines, conservative Asian country, you got to keep your opinions to yourself, which I did not.
Is there a lot of like gossip that goes around too?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because Korean people love to gossip. I hate that shit.
Yeah.
That's
all
like a
they do.
stereotypical Asian thing in general, right?
Oh yeah.
I think that
especially
goes
the
across-
aunties.
Oh yeah.
aunties.
We call them tita.
Tita?
The titas. Yeah.
That sounds so much like Tia.
Yeah.
That's my Spanish.
There you go. There you go.
Spanish for the day.
Spanish lesson for the day and shit.
So you were in the Philippines prior to coming to New York. That was like
Yes.
where you were for your entire life, pretty much.
My entire life, I used to model there. A bit of movies and TV shows, but I quit that,
You
and then
could flex that.
I did the pageant, and that's basically it. Just the
Yeah.
entertainment industry in general.
nice.
Yeah.
You still obviously are doing that and stuff. Is there any fucking like difference from like doing it in the Philippines as opposed to here?
Oh yeah, for sure. I
Oh.
think in New York,
Yeah.
I was expecting it like to be in the movies, like everyone's catty and bitchy.
Oh, it's like Sex in the City.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
like
was gonna
Sex
say
in the
that's- yeah.
City
That's what
or
everyone thinks when they come to
America's
New York.
Next Top Model.
Oh, like Tyra Banks is like, do you want to make it or not?
You gotta leave.
Yeah.
Everyone's just walking down the sidewalk like it's a runway.
Yeah. When I got here, everyone's really nice in the modeling industry and
Really?
more accepting of different body types, which is good.
That's good.
Because in the Philippines, you got to be skinny,
Like super
Yeah.
skinny,
super
right?
skinny. You got to be, your skin's got to be a certain way. Very toxic. Very
Damn.
toxic.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And they
so.
kind of like just treat you like whatever.
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
For sure.
Yeah. It's like, oh,
That's actually kind of nice because I think as lifelong New Yorkers, we kind of are too used to that in some ways. Like we're used to seeing so many different people. We're used
Yeah.
to seeing people of like all races, all types and everything. And I think we just think that's like the norm.
Yeah.
Coming from where you are, I guess that was like kind of a big change,
Yeah.
right?
Everyone's like smaller, thinner.
like taller and shit.
Yeah. You got to be really thin back in the Philippines.
Do you miss the Philippines?
I miss the beaches.
Oh, yeah.
Beaches, food, family.
Yeah.
Literally, that's it.
We don't have many beaches,
No, hell no.
except
hell no.
unless you count the Hudson River.
I mean,
Do you travel often? Like go back and stuff? It's a long flight. I know that.
I haven't traveled recently because
Yeah.
of the pandemic, but we plan to this year, end of this year,
Okay.
maybe to meet the parents or something like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna look over there. All right. Okay. We have a special guest audience. Sean's in the house. What's up, man?
He's going to be our live
He's
fact checker
waving
for
to us.
today.
Yeah.
In case Mario says anything completely incorrect, he's going to start screaming in the background.
Yeah. Lies.
This is actually a great segue then.
Yeah.
What we wanted to actually talk about today was modern Asian dating. I would say we have a good all-inclusive group of people right here because Ben is single and ready to mingle.
Yeah. Sometimes. Sure. Yeah.
Sometimes.
I am, fortunately or unfortunately, depending on how you look at it, married right now.
Congrats.
And,
Congrats.
and then Mario is dating. So we have the 3 different tiers.
Yeah.
And depending on how you want to look at it, either Ben's in the lead or I'm in the lead.
Oh, wait, what?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. I see what you mean.
for
yeah.
some people, being single is at the top tier. For other people, like myself,
Being yeah.
married is the top tier. So we have all different perspectives here, which I think is great. Before we talk about actually how people date nowadays, Ben, we'll start off with you.
Okay.
You're single, obviously.
Yes.
Nobody.
Obviously.
I like how he just like keeps like
You're
it's
single,
like there's
Ben.
something
You're
wrong.
single.
There's something wrong. There's something wrong with Ben. But yes, I feel like I'm on that dating show right now.
You're single and you're dating. If you're out there and you're looking for someone, is there
wow.
a particular type of person that you're looking for when you're even thinking about whether or not you want to have a date with someone?
Have a date with someone. Good question. I feel I have to think about this.
As a single person, I'm surprised this isn't like at the front of your
Yeah.
mind.
Honestly, number one is they have to be nice. You know, like they have that test where they're like, you can tell a person by like when you go to a restaurant and how they treat the waiter.
Oh, yes.
Excuse my French, but if she's being a bitch, you know, I'm going to be, oh man, I have to report this.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of thing.
That's a good measuring stick, actually. Yeah.
That's like a good red flag, I would say. Second, you know, has a really good sense of humor. You can't be always like so serious and like depressing or angry. Do you want to be lighthearted about stuff?
It's funny because as a very angry person yourself, I like how you don't want women to be angry.
Well, I like to think I'm very passionate. That's a word.
That's another synonym for angry, but okay.
But I guess like if it's just like dating, eventually if we get serious, the idea of like settling down, having a family, try to be like you, have my little Ben Jr. hang out.
Oh, God.
It's gonna be crazy.
I'm like praying for your future wife.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
I'm actually looking forward to being like a dad. You know, like
Oh,
yeah,
Daddy Ben.
Daddy Ben. Yeah, like a little Ben Jr. and shit. I'll be. I don't know how I'll be, but I think I'll be like the cool dad.
For our listeners right now, I am making a very weird face.
Yes, you are. Yeah.
Do you
I
think
am-
he'd be a good dad?
I think Ben is a great uncle.
Thank
you know
you.
that type, right? You know,
Yeah.
like
Thanks, man.
that's not a compliment. What? You have people in your life that aren't your father figures, they're your uncle figures, and they're always the super fun ones.
Oh, the fun uncle.
The fun uncles.
The funkle.
You're definitely a funkle.
Yeah.
But as a father,
You don't know yet.
I don't know
I
yet.
just need a really
I don't know
kick-ass
yet.
wife.
Oh,
That's what I
true.
need. I just need a like a really, really understanding wife, and I'm set, man.
fair enough. So you are looking for someone that is nice, with a sense of humor, and that is polite.
I feel like I'm like preparing my Hinge account right now.
How about you, Meryl?
Yes.
I don't know if there's a certain trait that I look for, but there are things that I know I don't like. Like, I would not date a party guy,
All
a
right.
guy that goes out too much.
Right.
I feel like you're describing Ben right now.
Yes, I know.
As I look at Ben.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I like staying at home. I like bumming.
Homebody.
I'm a homebody. So if
Can I ask
I
you-
connect with someone that likes chilling a lot,
Yeah.
that's a plus for me. What were you
Okay.
going to say?
I was gonna say like So how did you and Sean actually meet then?
Oh, we met through actually my roommate Lingjie and
Oh,
her
yes.
boyfriend. John was friends with Sean first, and then they set us up. And we actually didn't like each other at first.
Does
Get
he
the
know
fuck
this?
out.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
Because when I saw his picture, he looked like a
A party boy?
college douchebag.
Oh man.
He was wearing, I don't know what kind of shirt. He was wearing sleeveless and his arms were out and he was like showing a medal. And I was like, no, thank you.
I want to see this picture. Oh shit.
We need to get this picture.
Can I show it? Just do that.
Oh,
yeah.
This is
So yeah, I was
man.
like,
I feel so bad with him in the background.
it's okay. We always talk shit about each other.
I love that. I love that.
It was this one. Doesn't he look like a
Hey.
college douchebag?
Sean, why are you showing this medal? Was this a participation medal?
Speaking of Lunar New Year, we did Chinese dragon boating.
Oh, gang.
Yeah, dragon boating.
Yeah. Now we got humbled. Right? Oh, shit. Respect, Joe. We got
That
respect.
actually does take a lot of upper body strength to do that.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say,
So
man.
props to him for
That's
that.
what I thought about him. I thought he was
Like,
gonna,
first
because I've
impression.
never dated an American before I moved here. It was always Filipino guys.
Yeah.
And then he thought I was like a dumb model or something.
Yo,
He
sounds
thought
like
I was like a pageant, like, oh, world peace.
oh,
Yeah.
man.
That type of shit.
Like fighting for world peace here.
I'm nothing like that.
That's fucking hilarious. I love that, man.
And yeah, he's nothing like a college douchebag.
I'm guessing Sean made the move.
Oh, we didn't. Wait. No, yeah.
Did he?
asked
Oh, yeah,
for my,
look at-
Oh, wow.
He asked for my Instagram at the bar.
My man. There you go.
Yeah, he asked for my
There you go.
Instagram.
We'll get into that later, but that's like the new what's your number thing, right?
Yeah.
It is.
So we know that you initially don't like someone that looks like a douchebag.
No douchebags, no party guys.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm sure they're a nice guy. I mean, Ben's a nice guy and he's a party guy.
Thank
That's
you.
true.
Thank
but
you,
it's
man.
just, you know,
Thank you.
First
opposites.
impressions.
Yeah. It's like more of like, I just want to stay at home. So how can I date someone that's always, I mean, the pattern that I have that I see is that I really like nerds, geeks.
My first impression of Sean's like, oh, he seems like a very bright, smart man. You know.
Yeah.
How was the dating scene for you, Lingjie? There we go. That's all you need.
My brain is tapping into decades of memories right now.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm trying to go back as far as I can. I want to say that initially,
Yeah.
in an alternate universe where I am single and not married and don't have a kid,
Hypothetically.
hypothetically, this
gotta-
is very,
you gotta
very
throw in
important.
the
Very
hypothetical.
hypothetically, if
Yes.
it was an alternate universe version of me,
Gun to your fucking head.
and I'm speaking on his behalf, not my own behalf,
Exactly.
it would be nice to like have someone that has very similar interests. Is this weird to say like exactly the same interests? Would that get boring? Because me and my wife have very similar interests. Like we watch similar things. She doesn't watch anime because I think she hates reading subtitles.
Okay.
But
That's a fair point.
ideally, you would want someone to have like the exact same interests as you. But now that I'm saying this out loud and I'm thinking about it, that actually would get kind of boring after a while.
Well, I think when you first like dating someone, when you have something in common, it just makes it easier to break the ice.
That's
Yeah.
true. It's
That's
like
what
something
it
that
is.
you can actually connect with on each other.
Yeah, and then from there you can see.
I think another part of it too is like when you're together for so long.
Yeah.
I've been together with my wife for coming up on 2 decades.
Yeah.
Ooh,
You just gave me a very shocked face right there.
congrats.
Yes.
It's a very
high
long
school sweetheart.
coming up on 2
Wow.
decades. So I think past a certain point, you kind of become like each other,
Exactly.
for better or worse.
Yeah, I think it's nice to have similar likes. Yeah, but I also like my own thing that I like to do alone.
Yeah.
Right.
Sometimes, which
Yeah.
is nice for that little space. Because me and Sean, I think we both like being alone. At the same time, we both like being in a relationship, which is, I think, works for me and works for him.
There's a certain balance that you have to find, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And I really like how you guys could just like be together. It's like,
Yeah.
you know, it's like very
He's
like,
the most, like, out of all the relationships I've had, he's the most that I'm comfortable with.
like most stable and stuff.
You mean just
Yeah.
like being yourself?
Being
yourself.
myself,
Yeah.
yeah. Like, I'm not like embarrassed to be
Yeah.
Like you're just
Weeb or-
fighting all over the place. Right?
We-
like, or to be weird or anything.
Yeah.
That's good. When you find someone that you can just be yourself, like your natural self, without
Yeah.
having to even like filter things through your mind, I think that's
Yeah.
when you found the right person.
Yeah.
Okay, next thing that I want to talk about is if you're going on a date, what is your ideal date scenario? We'll start off with you, Ben, as well. What is hypothetically your perfect first date?
For me, there's a couple, but I would say definitely just maybe start off with like just grab a drink and like talk.
Alcoholic?
Yeah, maybe go to like a wine bar. You know,
Ooh.
now go to like a wine bar. Don't like chase down shots and shit. Just see how we click and stuff. And from there, I like going to concerts.
For dates?
I mean, eventually, if we're like dating, and if she has like a real good interest in music, or we have similar taste in music, so that's one.
Nice.
Damn, I haven't been on a date in a while. That's the thing too. I was like thinking about. I was like, damn, when was the last time I was on a date?
When was the last time?
Just in case she's listening right now.
Yeah. No, I haven't been on a date in a while actually. So I guess right now I'm not trying to do that right now. I want to focus more on like, what we're doing with the podcast and with like my personal life. And then from there I can try to find someone. Yeah, I'm trying not to go too like dark and deep too.
Yeah.
You know?
Sounds like an excuse.
I think maybe I have a friend. I don't know. I don't have much friends.
How about you, Meryl?
Me, ideal first date would be something casual for sure. Probably coffee. Either coffee or like the park. Definitely nothing fancy.
Yeah.
I don't like any fancy first dates. It's not my thing. It's because
Okay.
when you're in a fancy restaurant, you feel more
Overwhelmed.
overwhelmed
anxious.
and like restricted.
Yeah. And then
But if you're
being
just having
something.
coffee or just like at the park, it's very casual and you really get to know the person.
So like no loud concerts and alcoholic wine bars.
Not for me.
Not for you.
Not for her.
Not
Yeah.
for me.
Everyone's got a different thing.
You?
I would say, do people bowl anymore?
Wow.
I'm nearly 2 decades out of the game, so you can tell me if people no longer bowl, but is bowling
I
a
think
thing?
they do.
Yeah.
Just hear me out for those that hate bowling, please. I'm gonna defend bowling for a second. Bowling is, I think, very casual. You don't have to be good at it to have a good time. You know, sometimes it's fun when you're trying and you're not doing that well.
True.
And at the same time, bowling alleys have a coffee shop. So you're kind of getting that coffee vibe. You're doing something casual. You're also like, I was going to say exercise, but that is totally not the right word. I was going to say you're doing something physical
You're
as
doing
well.
something
Active,
active.
like
There.
stimulating.
Something along those lines would be like a nice first date for me.
I think that's cute. Yeah.
Do any of you guys remember your worst date that you ever been on?
Oh,
Let me think about that.
you must have some bad dates, Ben, right?
Yes.
I want to know your story.
So it was like when I was using Tinder, right? And I matched with this girl and she's like, hey, like, let's meet in the city. And the bar that she wanted to meet, it was called a 13th Step.
Okay.
For anyone that knows this bar, it's literally like the dirtiest dive bar for college students.
Was
right?
this your idea or was this her
It wasn't
idea?
my idea. It was her idea. I get there, right? This girl is fucking wasted out of her mind
Already.
already. She's wasted out of her mind, and she's playing beer pong on top of it, right? And the whole floor is covered in like beer. Like it's just wet, right?
Like every step you take is sticky.
Every step you take was
Oh,
sticky.
God.
Yo, so this what happened. Then she busted her ass. I remember she fell down, and she was wearing white. She was wearing white pants.
Oh no.
Yeah, and I felt bad. I was like, "Yo, you should go home. Like, I gotta get your ass home, right? Like, I'm trying to help her and stuff, but like, eventually, I've reached her brother, like on the phone and stuff. It's like, hey, man, you don't know me, but your sister's really fucked up. I think you gotta like take her home and stuff, right?" He comes to the in front of the bar. He picks up his sister and he's like yelling at her. He's like, "You're always doing this."
Oh, my God.
Oh no.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh my God, like what's wrong with you?" And I'm just there like, "Oh shit!" Like,
Had the date
You're just standing there
I was
had it
just
even
standing there.
began yet? Had you even officially met?
For her,
Was she?
for her.
for her it started. Yeah. Hey, yo, honestly, I was like, I hope she's gonna be okay. But yeah, man, it was nuts, man. That was a weird one.
Did
So-
she message you after?
I don't think so, actually, or I didn't follow up on her at
Oh,
all.
good,
Yeah, because like
yeah.
at least I knew she was with her brother, so I was like, okay, she's definitely fucking safe.
Are you sure it was her brother?
Yeah, it was her brother. I'm pretty sure he was pretty pissed.
Dang.
Yeah,
That's a
What
pretty
about-
crappy story.
Yeah.
Wow.
What about you guys? Any awkward or weird or bad dates in the past? Well,
Nada for me.
not for you.
We'll save the bad dating stories all up to you. One thing I wanted to talk about also was that back in my day, and I'm making myself sound really old, but back in my day, we didn't have all these apps. So it was just much more of a natural way of actually meeting people.
Be like, hey, how you doing?
Yeah,
And, like,
people-
start a conversation.
People
and
don't know
shit.
that you used to just approach people physically first.
I don't know if it's because like we're getting older, but
Mm-hmm.
do you think the younger generation is having like a harder time like being able to like socialize now?
I think they have to be, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
Yeah, I think so.
It's like they're like detached or something, right?
Yeah, there's no more connection between people now.
Human to human connection.
Yeah, no human to human connection now because it's all apps or a friend of a friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like as you were saying, there's no organic like meeting, like hi, like just
Yeah.
randomly out in the world.
You know how it's like, oh yeah, I saw her at a bookstore and I just had to go up and talk to her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one's telling you those stories anymore.
No, nobody wants to approach anyone anymore because of the pandemic. Also,
Yeah. Yes. That's something that I also wanted to ask. At some points during the pandemic, you've both been single, right? Early
Yeah.
stages. And for you, Ben, still
Keeping the streak alive.
keeping the streak alive. But the pandemic does make things also extra weird, right? Did you guys ever do this? But during the first couple months of the pandemic, when people were getting kind of crazy being in their homes, they did online Zoom dates.
I've never done that.
You've never done that. But did you hear about
I
that?
never heard of
How
that.
did you not hear about that?
Like, I'm gonna be like, hey, yo, I want to take you out. You want to meet me? You want to meet me at this fucking address with the password here? Like that kind of thing, I guess.
Because picture the first couple months of the pandemic.
Yeah.
You're stuck at home. Let's say you're still single. Let's say you even live in an apartment by yourself and you're going kind of stir crazy because you're all there by
Or
yourself.
you're horny.
Or
Yeah.
that's like a different story. But let's just say
But that
you're,
is true, though.
That is true.
That's true.
Let's just say you're not as horny and you just wanted some social contact and you would
Companionship.
meet people and you would have like these Zoom dates, which makes it randomly weird. It's a very specific pandemic modern day occurrence.
It's like evolving and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's kind of cute, I guess, if you do it right.
Cute, but I don't know. It's like there's no connection.
I know.
As I was saying.
Exactly.
On Zoom, like online.
Yeah.
There's like no connection at all.
I personally don't like it because, like you're in front of me right now. I can see like your micro reactions to things, we
Yeah.
can like
Easier to
play
read people.
The social cues and stuff.
that leads into the other thing. Before, you didn't have any other options. If you met someone and you wanted to approach someone, you had to approach someone. You couldn't.
Yeah.
What's the thing where people like Facebook stalk you and they try to find you?
Right. Stalking.
Just like
Stalking.
Yeah.
Fine.
Stalk.
Just plain
Cyber stalking.
Cyber
Yeah.
stalking.
Thank you.
Nowadays you can kind of like cyber stalk someone and like see what
Yeah.
they're about even before you
True.
try to approach somebody.
Yeah.
But you couldn't really do that before. You just had to take a leap of faith that this person wasn't a serial killer and that they were just
Oh,
going to
true.
like.
That's like another thing. Like that's like the new thing. It's like, are you a
he a
serial
serial
killer?
killer or
Are you
not?
crazy? Yeah, that's
Also,
like
it's the other thing that makes it harder is that everyone's wearing a mask now. Yeah. So you don't know what somebody
You-
really looks like under the mask.
I've
That's
been
true,
guilty
too.
of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, she looks good with those eyes. It's like, oh yeah.
You're saying she's ugly without
Yeah. Yeah. And then it's like she pulls down, it's like, oh damn, not bad.
Wouldn't it hypothetically make it better that you're not
going
judging-
for the face.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh,
Or no?
I personally think that the physical aspect is still important in
Yeah.
a relationship.
somewhat, man. Like imagine like she pulls it down and she has like a full grown mustache or something. You know what I'm saying?
Or
like,
she could just be not your type.
exactly. There
Yeah.
you go. She has a mustache, So it could be like that.
So mustache is not your type. That's
Nah.
what we
that's,
clarified.
that's- I'll add that.
Yeah, that's your thing.
Like going back to like the whole evolution of dating and stuff with like Tinder, it's like expanding now. I feel like there's just so much, everything's like so convenient now. You know?
It is, yeah.
It's just literally a swipe
Right.
and,
And-
then you meet.
Yeah, exactly. And then
It
you
takes
like,
so
oh,
much less effort. Do you think that means people would take dates less seriously though? Because it's so easy to have a date.
I feel like, yeah.
Yeah, for sure, man. Definitely.
There is less at stake because if it's so easy to get a date and you go on a date, it's not going perfectly or there's something that bothers you about it, in the back of your mind that I can always...
Swipe another person.
Exactly.
I don't know about like more or less at stake, but it's definitely just, they just get lazier now. I'm guilty
Yeah.
of it.
No effort.
I'm going to give you a list of some of these random apps that I found. I just want your first initial reactions. I'm sure
Okay.
most of these you guys have heard of. Feel free to dive in if you have something to say. First app, and probably the most popular, most famous, Tinder.
The goat.
I'm not a Tinder person.
You're not.
No.
Any particular
like-
reason?
Because Tinder is more of for hooking up, I feel like.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
No one's going on there for serious, long-term,
No
stable
way.
relationships.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean, there are people that try to like advertise it that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what it is.
I feel
pretty
like, yeah,
much.
Tinder's more for hooking up. Yeah.
Next one, which I think really is for hooking up, Grindr.
Oh, for sure.
Well, yeah. I mean, technically, Tinder is from Grindr.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, brother, sister, sister, sister.
Is it the same parent company?
So Grindr was an app for at the time for gay people. It was a hookup thing for like gay people,
Yeah.
and then they were like, "Oh, let's make one for straight people." Hence, Tinder was born.
Oh, is that really how?
Yeah,
Ben's bringing the real facts today.
Wow.
gang, yo.
There you go. This is the one topic where I'm not surprised that you have lots of information.
There you go. Please go on.
The next app of choice, Hinge.
Hinge.
I never used Hinge.
You never use Hinge? I had Hinge.
I'll be honest, I've never heard of Hinge.
I think Hinge is more,
It's more for dating for sure.
yeah, more for dating.
It's like
More for serious dating.
Yeah.
yeah, take LinkedIn and put Tinder together. and that's what you get pretty much.
So you have to
Because you have
put
to answer questions on the app.
like
Yeah.
your income and your occupation.
Yeah, like your career. No, your occupation. That
No,
is
seriously?
one. That is one. Yeah,
do you smoke? Do you not smoke?
yeah. It's almost like. Do you remember? I don't know if you remember. Do you remember Coffee Meets Bagel?
That's still around. That's actually on my list.
That's
too.
on the list?
Yeah, Coffee Meets Bagel.
It's like that. The newer modern version of it.
But they're both very like serious things. Like you're on there not to
Yes.
just hook up.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Next one I have is this is a classic, Match.com.
I never.
Have
I've
you guys
never
heard?
done
I see.
website.
Yeah, I see the commercials and shit. That's all I see. I'm like, is this actually a real thing at this point?
Mario, you've heard of Match.com, right?
Match.com, no.
No?
ChristianDating.com.
Yeah.
Christian dating, OkCupid.
Okay, keep
Okay,
it. I've
Cupid.
heard.
You've heard of that? Okay.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Those are like the OG dating websites prior to
Yes.
there actually being apps.
Damn. Yes. Yeah.
We tried to get friends of ours to like make a Match.com, OkCupid.com. This is prior to Tinder, and this is just a small side point. Like for certain people, when you get past a certain age, it gets harder and harder to meet people. Like if you really think about it, a lot of people meet the majority of their significant others and their friends, let's say via school
Friend of a
school
friend.
or work or
Work,
something
yeah.
like
And
that.
a friend of a friend.
Friend of a
Exactly.
friend, yeah.
Exactly.
So if you're like the type that, let's say you're past school and you work some job where it's really just you and like no other coworkers or something like that, then you genuinely have a hard time meeting people.
it's like if you work at like a car shop.
yeah,
It's all dudes
it's
and
all
shit.
dudes, which is cool if you're into dudes.
Yeah.
Then like
that's
you're in the
fine.
perfect place. But if you're not, then it's hard for you to
Yeah.
find someone. So
Yeah.
Match.com, OkCupid. I've never been on those websites. Have you been in the past?
You've never done website.
Yeah.
I didn't. Well, it's also because like back then it was just like go up to someone and approach them. I mean, I still technically do that. I guess I'm a little old fashioned in that sense.
Can we also say like Match.com, OkCupid cost money?
Oh, really?
Does it?
Yeah. See, you're shocked.
Oh, you
You're
have,
like,
to pay, you have to pay for that shit?
yeah.
Damn.
Well, but why would you pay for it if there's free?
See, there wasn't free.
That time.
There was no free dating. Whatever date that you had to get, you had to really put in the effort to actually pay for a service. It's like
So it
signing for
really is a
Netflix.
matchmaking service.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember specifically the questionnaire was like hour long.
Oh,
was
they go
like,
deep.
They have all these points of reference and they
Yeah.
try to match you with people with like everything about your personality.
Ooh.
Like, what's your favorite book? Top 3 movies, and all that stuff. Man, it was nicer back then, right? It was like, let me try to make a genuine connection with when algorithms were used for good.
Yeah.
Oh, true,
Right?
true. Now it's like swipe.
Now it's
swipe.
like, hey, you want to buy this? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Next thing I have is, I was going to mention Coffee Meets Bagel, but Ben already did. You said that's very close to Hinge.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Correct me if I'm wrong, and our listeners can correct me, which they
Please.
always do. I think Coffee Meets Bagel was created by 2 Asian people, 2 Asian girls,
It was, yeah.
or was that Bumble?
Oh, shit. No, I don't know. But I know you're talking about those 2 girls, and they were on Shark Tank, but I forgot which one it is now.
I'm going to say Coffee Meets Bagel. So
Is that an app?
It was an app, but like what do you like to do? This and that kind of that kind of thing.
okay, we have a couple more. This one, once again, I have no idea what the fuck this is. It's called Snack.
Snack?
Yo, I never heard of that one.
That
Apparently,
sounds weird.
Yeah, that sounds like fucking perverted. Like something like if you have like a certain
Looking for a
fetish.
snack?
Yeah. Like you have a certain fetish. It's like, yes, I do.
Ooh.
apparently it's advertised as the TikTok of dating.
Huh?
So it's a lot of like short videos
Of
a person,
themselves?
of themselves.
Oh, okay. All right.
I see
I can
you
see that.
guys
I can
thinking
see that.
about this, like the wheels are turning.
It's like, okay, it makes sense. I can see that.
Because if people are into TikTok and you just turn that same concept, that same platform, and just make a dating out of it,
I
Right.
guess.
Yeah,
Right?
makes sense.
Yeah.
I can see that.
couple more.
Damn.
Adult friend finder.
Huh.
Yo, that does not sound.
Adult friend finder.
Yo. Oh,
Adult
speaking
friend
of,
finder.
like, I know it's not, but like Ashley Madison.
Oh no.
That was actually my next one.
Oh, okay, yes.
So adult friend finder, and this is just for research purposes only.
yes.
It was around the time of Match.com. The best way I can describe this is Tinder is like Match.com and Grindr would be like adult friend finder. So that generation of dating.
Okay.
The
I
last-
did not know that.
Sounds sketch.
See, we're all learning something new every day.
I feel like I'll get a virus from that on the computer.
I was thinking more of serial killer, but okay, virus.
Oh gosh. The last one is Ashley Madison. Ben, you mentioned this. Have you heard of Ashley Madison?
I've heard about it, but correct me
Do
if I'm wrong.
Please
Is it
enlighten
for
us.
cheating?
That's all it is.
That's all it is.
Infidelity.
It's like Grindr, but when you're already with somebody,
Yeah.
And it's the website is solely for that.
it's only
Yeah.
for that.
It's supposed to be secret. I don't know if you guys know, but they got hacked and they released like all the accounts and stuff.
Oh, so it was private.
Shoot.
Yeah. So a lot of these people were like, they got fucked. Yeah.
I mean,
that's pretty funny.
You shouldn't be
Kinda
putting your
think-
real name on there anyways, right?
yeah.
But that's what happened. I was like, man, that's
If you're on that type of website, you kind of deserve that, though. No,
That's true.
yeah. Think about like the person that was like, yo, we should make a site for people to cheat on. us. Like some dude was just like, yo, this is a good idea.
That's crazy.
Right?
Well, they're making good money.
Yeah,
So
man. That's
someone
just,
was
That's
starting that stuff.
crazier.
yeah, that's just been around for a while.
It is.
And they have commercials and shit too. I'm like, this can't be real.
But it is.
But it is. Yeah.
Maybe it's my shitty memory, but I swear I saw a commercial for Ashley Madison
On TV?
on like a sporting game. It was either like a
Yeah, dude, of course.
It was like the Super Bowl or something.
All the husbands and shit, they're like,
drink beer, cheat on wife.
yeah. It's like, yo,
Football.
like, yo, that's a perfect place to fucking do it. It's like, there's like millions of dudes watching that shit. Who is Ashley Madison though? That's what I want to know. Like, where'd he get the name? You know, like,
I think it's
I feel like Ashley is the go-to cheater name.
we're sorry to any Ashleys out there.
Sorry, Ashley.
You're all very good women, supposedly.
yo, like the guy that created the site, like his wife, ex-wife was like Ashley Madison. Imagine.
That's her full name.
Yeah, exactly.
Ashley Madison.
So he's like, I'm gonna put her on blast. Oh, also, I just remembered there's a site, it's a search engine, right? You put in the person's name, and what it does is that it shows like a bunch of people that did something like fucked up, and they're just putting them on blast.
Oh,
Do you know what I'm talking about?
correct me if I'm wrong. It's like a website. Let's say you're pissed off at somebody and they did
Yeah.
something really bad to you.
Yes.
You would publicly post something.
With him or her picture, and then,
Yeah.
yo, Ashley cheated, you know, with my boyfriend. She's a fucking cunt.
So it's like a burn book website.
Yes.
Thank you. I was like, thank you. I was
Yes.
like, how the fuck do I describe this? Yes.
Burn book website.
I'll find out the website eventually.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And do you know how they made money?
how?
So if you got your shit posted on this website, you clearly wanted this off the internet, right?
Oh, I
So
think-
you would have to pay the website to take
it
it
off.
off.
That's
Oh,
fucked up.
shoot. That's kind of smart though.
That is smart.
That's like fucking blackmail then, right? Kind of. That is smart though.
That is smart. That's how they made their money.
Like, I'm not lying. I put my own name in there just to see if like, oh, they don't talk shit about me.
You can search by your name.
You can search your name. You just put in your name. I put in my Korean name and my English name just to make sure. I'm clean. I was like,
I'm gonna search Sean on there.
No, Sean paid the money to get taken off
Take
already,
it off,
okay?
yeah.
yo, if you're really bored,
That's the big charge he had on his credit card.
If you're really bored, it's just like you read all this shit. It's like, wow.
This
it's
is
spicy.
chismes, yeah.
Yeah, it's spicy. I was like, oof, all this hot goss, yo.
I think we went through all the popular dating apps. I don't know if you guys know. Can you name one Asian specific dating app or website?
Oh, fuck. Yo,
Do you guys want to just make a name up? Because it'll probably be.
yeah, I'm going to call it yellowfever.com.
I wouldn't be surprised if that was a thing.
Yeah.
True.
And if it's not a thing, well, Ben, you have a good idea right there.
Boom. There you go.
What?
All right.
AsianLover.com. something like
Asian
that.
dating.
Asian dating for sure.
That's a big one. That's actually the biggest one. AsianDating.com.
Asian Ashley Madison.
Ashley Park. Ashley Kim.
There's AsianDating.com. There's East Meets East.
Oh, I think I
East
heard about
meets
that.
Have you guys heard about that? Because I actually have seen ads
I
on
think
that.
I heard about that one.
There is one last one that I was able to find, and this one is very career-oriented. Elite singles.
Elite.
Oh.
Elite.
Calling
si-
themselves elite singles.
So it's
I feel like, yeah.
marketed as an Asian thing, but it doesn't sound
Really?
like it's a very Asian thing.
No, it doesn't.
But when you go on the website, it's very Asian-oriented.
But how do they, like, why is it only Asian people though?
I think it's just marketed towards Asian people.
Oh, okay. Isn't there one for like sugar daddies and shit too?
Is
Like
it
sugar baby?
SugarDaddy.com.
Yo, right? Yo, I like how we're just like using like the fucking
words.
word and just putting .com and shit. I think there is a thing
Isn't
like that too.
Ashley Madison?
Yeah.
There's something on that website where you can
Well, like
I was
ask for
gonna
the
say
credit score and shit.
apply to be like a
Sugar baby.
to be a sugar baby, but there has to be something like that.
For sure.
There's a thing I remember. It's not a app, but there was like an event where like girls can go to these like I guess I don't know private events.
Like a sugar baby convention or something.
Yeah, yeah, like at the fucking Jacob Javits Center and shit. You know, they're all in like high heels and sparkly dresses.
I like
and
how
shit.
we're all making this shit up, but
Yes.
pretty sure there is something like this.
Yeah, and so they will go, and it's just like really rich old dudes, and just they'll be like, "Yeah, you want to be my little sugar baby, whatever," and voila, they fall in love. Yeah, it's a true
On
love
the
story.
guy's part.
Yeah.
Sorry, no.
I know. I'm fucking with you.
I guess random question for you, Mariel.
Yes.
How do you feel? Not you, but like, how do you feel about the whole sugar daddy, sugar baby concept? And it could be for vice versa, woman being the sugar mama, yada yada.
I feel like if both parties are okay with it and are aware, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Like I support it even.
Right.
But if it's just one person using the other person and that the other person is like really in love,
Yeah.
then of course not.
The girl's like waiting for the dude to die.
Unless, but I feel like most people who get into that type of relationship know what's going on.
Yeah, they know what they signed up for.
They
and
know what they signed up for.
True
and
that.
honestly, I'm okay with that because it's their life.
That's true.
Yeah, there are a lot of like older men and women who just want company and are willing to pay for it. So I won't like give them shit for that.
That's true. That's true.
And at the same time, if someone needs money, you gotta hustle.
That's a reminder. We gotta start our OnlyFans eventually, Lingjie. I forgot. I keep
Together?
forgetting. Yeah,
You're-
together. I don't know.
No,
what exactly.
that's strictly Ben content. If we start an OnlyFans, that's strictly only Ben content right there. So for our super fans of Ben that want to see more,
Yes. What's it? I'm gonna release
Big
the
Ben 01.
There you go. We got the gold package and the platinum package. Subscribe now, please.
speaking of OnlyFans, and I know we joke about this a lot. That website is just tailored towards.
Say it.
I'm looking for the right term here. I was gonna say
I would say sex workers.
influencers.
Sex influence.
Oh, I never heard that, and I like that.
I'm gonna coin that term right now.
Sex.
Influencers.
I like that
Yeah.
actually.
I see stories that some women, some men are making like 6 figures a month
yeah.
on that website.
For sure. I think the sex influencers or workers made those types of apps popular.
Yeah.
And they brought a lot of money to those apps.
Yeah.
And they tried to close it down.
Yeah, they
Recently.
did it for like 3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were like, no more money.
Yeah. They're like, oh, we can't make money off of this if we don't let them do this.
Yeah.
Oh, who knew?
Yeah, because people associate OnlyFans strictly with sexual content.
Yeah,
No.
but there's way more other stuff there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you hear about that story about that girl that was selling her farts?
Oh, yeah. And farts in a jar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For,
Why am I the only person that has not heard of this?
Dude, she was selling for $1,000 a jar.
And people actually buy them.
She was making mad money from it.
Respect the hustle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think the good thing about OnlyFans, if there is like they're being entrepreneurs.
Why are we
about it.
bypassing this fart thing? I'm still
Oh, no, we're
processing
gonna
this.
get to it. We're gonna get to it. But yeah, so she sells farts in a jar for $1,000, and she actually got
Is
admitted.
she famous already prior to the fart? So people want
I
it?
think
I
so.
feel
She was on OnlyFans first.
Influencer.
And then yes, the influencer, yes. And then she started farting in the jars, and she got admitted to the hospital because she kept trying to pump it out.
Oh, yeah. Because of her diet.
Yeah.
She changed her diet so she could fart more.
Bro,
Was she just chugging beans every day? Like
I don't
that was her
know.
new diet?
I feel like.
like a fucking like gallon of mayonnaise
Yeah.
and shit. I don't know. You know, like that's
like
what she
she's
was doing.
lactose intolerant, but she's just like chugging milk, chugging milk all the time.
Yeah, but she had to go to the hospital. But also, just I respect that. You know, just please take care of your body.
This makes me realize whatever we're each doing to make money
Yeah.
is not the smart way.
No, it's not. It's really not. OnlyFans is kind of the
Like there are
the new
people
wave.
doing things that are much more
Yeah.
creative. On the surface level, seems much simpler. That are making much more money than all three of us combined.
It's kind of crazy. Like going back to the whole dating thing, it just makes things like so more like complicated.
Because you can pay for virtual dates, I feel like now.
Like a Zoom date.
Yeah, like you pay for the time slot.
Yeah.
And then he or she will talk to you online. Hey, how's your day?
Hey, baby. You know,
Yeah.
like all that shit.
Talk to you like they're the actual girlfriend or boyfriend.
Yes. You're thinking like, oh,
Dude,
man.
there's like so much to process in my head today. This is
Lingjie's like Captain America when he was frozen in the ice and shit. And then he got like thawed out and he's like in Times Square. He's like, what the fuck is going on right now? Like that's what you're going through right now.
it's like stimulus overload for my brain just trying to process all these things.
VR dating.
VR dating.
It's like you're paying for an escort, but without the sex part of it.
Yeah.
Just talking.
Why can't you go to a therapist?
Because some of these people are special.
Yeah, there you go, man. Yeah, that's what it is, man.
Holy shit. Can I do this as a married man? Can I sell myself out? Sorry, sweetie.
I
This
mean-
is only hypothetical. This is only
Hey.
hypothetical.
If you're bringing the bread,
Yeah.
you know.
Okay.
Lingjie's like,
My brain has just like ceased to work.
is it important to like end things with your exes on a good term?
Oh, that's a good question.
I think it's important for closure and to move on,
Right.
but it doesn't always happen.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you take the effort, let's say, if you did end things on a bad term, and once you've collected your own thoughts and you've calmed down, would you extend a hand and try to?
Me, no. I'm like,
That's fair.
an ex is an ex for a reason.
Right.
Yeah.
I personally am not the type to be friends with an ex.
Right.
Is that a
I
conscious
agree.
choice, or just
I
the
agree.
situation has never made it so that you could be friends with an ex?
A conscious choice for
Okay.
me.
It doesn't really. Yeah. There's like kind of no point to it too.
No, because I really don't think you can. Well,
Oh,
me
be
for me,
friends?
I can't be friends.
I'm sure you have friends that are like
Yeah, they're friends
that are
with their
and stuff.
exes. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, it's kind of weird, right? Especially if we go to their
For
wedding,
me, yeah, it's really weird.
right?
It's like a
Why would I
genuine
go to my
friendship?
ex's wedding?
I know friends that did that.
I would never. But that's just me.
Yeah. Lingjie's like, damn, this world is crazy.
Well,
Thank God I'm married.
Well, my exes are like, they might be dead now. I don't even know. I wanted to wrap this part up with the, I guess, final part of love, final part of dating.
Yeah.
Is there a certain point when there's like a trigger in your head, maybe, or like a certain event that happens when you start thinking this could be a long-term person, a forever person?
Yeah. I think I have felt that. I think when they inspire you to be a better person. I always say that. Like, you're really in love when they inspire you to be
Yeah.
better, not only for the relationship, but also for yourself.
Yeah.
Because my past relationships, I used to be horrible.
Oh,
Like,
really?
I was telling Sean about this before. I used to be
Yeah.
a horrible person
Oh, like you're
in a
you're-
relationship.
You were the
Yeah.
bad person to
I
him.
was a bad person to the previous. And then, you go through life, you learn shit.
Right.
And then when I met Sean, I'm like, he's a good guy. And
Yeah.
I should change my ways if I don't want to lose him.
Aw,
Yeah.
that's actually sweet.
Because I know I was a psycho before.
You know.
A runway cycle, as he would like to phrase it.
A psycho. But yeah, once you meet someone that you can really click with and
Yeah.
you know that they're the one,
Yeah.
you want to be better, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To have a great relationship and to have a great future for both of you together and individually.
That's good.
I think, yeah.
I
How about you,
think-
Ben? Have you felt that?
Yeah, definitely. When I was younger, I realized like I fell in love different parts of my life, right? But you realize sometimes you could fall in love, but you don't know how to love someone properly. Give a healthy love, like a responsible love. I didn't know that.
And not be too overbearing.
Like overbearing. Maybe you're not communicating enough, being sensitive to like what their needs are. I definitely had that in the past when I was younger. I realized, oh man, I didn't know how to do it properly for that person. I understood why it didn't work out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel like in those situations you have some kind of regret?
Actually, the biggest regret out of all my exes, the last one is the one I actually regret. As in, like, I feel like I messed that one up. Hence, going back to like the whole dating thing, I'm actually not ready to date. That's the
Oh,
thing.
wow.
Yeah, it's just I can't open myself up like that.
You literally talk to the world every single week.
I know. I was like, this got a little personal. That's why.
Yeah.
But
I went deep.
yeah, pretty much the last relationship was probably like the one I'm like, it was hard. Oh, how am I trying to say this? I'm trying to say this without like being offensive.
I can cut the offensive part out. That's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just right now. That's why like I don't want to date right now, actually. So I can't open myself up. Dating is very, very hard, especially when like with the Tinder apps. I've definitely been distracted by like women just like left and right. It's kind of hard finding like a real deeper connection sometimes with someone.
Yeah.
For all you listeners out there, it could be really bad. So, and that's another thing, like on the woman's side, right? It's like getting harder to date too, right? Technically, especially in New York. Now, if you're like a female and you get a little older, it's like, it seems like it's harder and harder.
Ben's not calling you old, by the way.
Not you, Mara. You good. Yeah, you good. You safe. You're in the safe zone. But it's kind of like that. I kind of give myself like, okay, I have time. But I know some friends of mine that are female that are struggling trying to find someone serious.
Yeah.
And like or just like having like a relationship that can like last a year even, it seems.
I was talking about this with my friends the other day. How I don't know if it's like an Asian type of thinking
Yeah.
that we have to be married before we're 30.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
The women.
Biological clock.
Yeah, biological clock. And I used to think that way because, I grew up in the Philippines, Asian, conservative, Catholic.
Yeah.
Oh, same here. Yeah.
So,
I'm sandwiched between two Catholics right now.
so we always had that. They always taught us like, oh, get married before, anything else. And marriage is important.
Right.
But now I realize, I mean, I love married people, of course.
Yeah.
Congrats to you guys. But I'm not in a rush as much as I was before.
Yeah.
When I was in that mindset.
Because I think you're prioritizing your own feelings
Yeah.
and not just trying to please family or like please other people in your life.
Yeah, because I think also the single part of dating is important in order to grow for your next relationship. Because before me and Sean dated, I was alone for like a year and a half. Because that time I broke up with my previous boyfriend, and then I was alone during the whole pandemic, and as depressing as that was, it made me realize a lot of things, and that's what helped me change more. And as cheesy as it sounds, love myself more.
Yeah, no.
And when you love yourself, you learn how to love someone else
They see it like
properly.
They see it like there's two ways of like going over like a breakup. One is just you just go out and like find someone else, kind of like the rebound,
Like a rebound, yeah.
right? And the other one, which is like the harder, but it's the thing you should
It's
be
more
doing,
rewarding.
is being on your own, trying to like learn and grow. Just be comfortable just being by yourself.
Yeah.
A lot of people are really afraid of trying to do that.
Yeah. Now I love being by myself.
Yeah,
And it helps.
it's really nice though when you're freaking married as hell, right?
Yes, definitely married as
Married
hell.
as hell.
Or
Right.
you can say married as heaven. You can say that.
Oh, married as heaven, and
Please
like,
make it sound better.
and it's like
Sorry, sweetie.
Married AF.
yeah, like it's nice knowing that the idea of love is still there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It gives like still like hope,
for sure.
even though like all this shit like Grinder and
Yeah.
Tinder and coffee
sure.
meets fish.
There is light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah,
That's
man.
why when you said 20 years and I had that
Right.
shock face, it was good shock.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I wish I could.
Not bad
I wish
shock.
I could have taken the picture because you
Yeah, I was
genuinely
like-
look shocked.
Yeah,
Because you're still young.
yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
That's a lot of respect, man. Because
Yeah.
like it's hard to do that kind of stuff.
Speaking as someone on the other side of the fence,
Mm-hmm.
with the two of you, I always joke about marriage like it's a horrible thing. But on a serious note, when you do get married, when you do find that person that you genuinely want to spend the rest of your life, it's a different feeling that you have every day.
yeah,
That does not mean that every day is like you're in heaven, right? Because with any relationship, good or bad, you have your ups and downs. Life is a constant roller coaster. And especially when you're married with someone and you've been together with someone for so long, it is a genuine roller coaster.
yeah,
But you have to be able to get past those bad times and those bad days. I don't know if this is the right thing to say, but sometimes when you're single or sometimes when you're just dating and it's not as serious of a relationship, when you get to those rocky points, you start questioning, should I just, end it from here?
Yeah, should I break it up?
When you're married and you get to those rocky points, when you don't just have
Right.
yourself to consider and you genuinely know that at the end of this shitty period, you want to be with that person,
Right,
that you like power through those points.
right, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Please note that. Why are you guys laughing already?
Oh, 'cause I
Like,
feel-
please note.
yeah,
No matter where you are in your life, to our listeners, just you do you. You don't need to feel like you need to catch up with anyone, whether you're your best friend's dating someone new every single night or your other best friend is like married with 3 kids already.
yeah.
Don't ever compare yourself
Yeah, exactly.
with other
Yeah.
people. Wherever you are in your love life is most likely where you should be.
Yeah.
You just haven't gotten to that point of it where you realize that is the case yet.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Because I see that with my female friends too. Like, they're comparing their relationships. Oh, my friend got engaged. My friend is
Right.
pregnant. I'm like, you don't need to look at that though.
Right.
You don't need to compare.
I noticed that happens a lot when the female, like when they're a bridesmaid, like for like all the time and stuff. They're
What's
like,
that thing they say? Always.
Always the bridesmaid, never the bride.
it's crazy, man. Like even just think about like my mom and dad. It's so funny. They remind me of like Everybody Loves Raymond, Frank and Marie.
Yeah.
It's just like they're like, yeah, I'm stuck with her. That's my wife. I love that kind of stuff.
Well, that just shows that they're past the point where they're comfortable with that.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Humor.
nice. It's like, oh, they're real friends. It feels like, you know.
Besties.
Yeah. Like my dad will joke. He'll be like, yo, don't talk to mom like that. He'd be like,
Yeah.
your mom.
I always say to Sean,
Yeah.
I don't know if some of your listeners watch Jujutsu Kaisen.
Oh, should we?
Well, one of the co-hosts definitely
Yeah.
watches that anime.
So, you know Todo, right?
Yes.
I call Sean my best of friendo.
Oh, Ben's not gonna get this reference.
No.
It's fine.
But it sounds like a good thing.
They're like BFFs.
Yeah, my best of friendo.
You're gonna watch your show, Ben.
Yeah,
You
you
probably
gotta
like
watch
it.
it. Anyway.
Damn, you guys are really like into anime.
Off topic.
I like how it's like we're talking about love and
Anime.
It makes sense in anime. Do you guys have any final advice to anyone in terms of dating?
Ooh, Mariel.
Advice.
Good or bad? We're not always about giving good advice.
I would say be comfortable with yourself first before you get into dating. Yeah, be comfortable with yourself so that you can learn how to treat someone good. Because if you treat yourself good, you can treat others good too. I feel like that's the most important thing for me. And communication.
Yes,
Oh, definitely.
Because that's something I need to work on too, communication. Because shit.
When you get mad, do you just like shut off and stuff? I know some people like have a hard time like
I
expressing.
have a
them.
hard time expressing.
Really?
Yeah.
You just
my
like bottle it
feelings.
in and stuff.
Yeah. I'm trying, but it's
It takes time because I think I have that same thing too, where I feel like I just need to resolve things on my own. How about you, Ben? Any final dating advice? Good or bad?
I don't know about dating advice, but if you find someone special, just try to make it work with that person because it's a cruel world out there. So if you find a special lady or a man, try to make it work, guys.
For the single ladies out there, Ben is single as of this recording. So
Wait,
if you're
am I?
for the 100th time.
Am I?
if you're listening to this in February of 2022, then Ben is still single as of this moment.
Oh, yes. I'll be taking applications for Valentine's Day. Thank you so much.
Feel free to slide into our DMs. We'll forward them any messages that you guys have. Ben has zero preferences. Okay, let's get to the favorite segment of
Wait,
the podcast.
advice from you though.
Oh, yes.
That's what I want to hear.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Here's the best advice you'll get all day. Know how to say sorry. This goes for both men and women. Know how to genuinely say you're sorry. And you can fake it if you want to, but know how to genuinely say sorry because there are times when you do shit wrong or maybe you didn't even do anything wrong. Maybe you just like being yourself and in some way you've pissed off the other person.
Yeah.
It's okay just to say sorry. You don't have to win every single argument. You don't have to like prove your point on every little thing. It's like how I tell people when you're raising a kid, you need to pick your battles because you can't argue about every little point that comes up. Know when it's worth arguing about and know when it's just a stupid thing that you're going to forget about like in 2 days. Learning to say you're sorry, even if you don't feel like saying you're sorry. That's the main point I'm trying to get at. Even if you don't feel like you're saying you're sorry, that sometimes you just have to know what the situation requires of you.
That's literally
Nice.
that's literally what my dad does.
I say sorry to my wife the moment I see her every day.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, I'm sorry I'm here.
Yeah. Yo, my
sorry,
dad would be
I'm
like, he'll start like rubbing my mom's back. He's like, I'm sorry, I love you. And then he'll come to like, that's all you have to do. Just keep
Once a
saying,
day.
yeah, just say I love you and I'm sorry. And it's gonna be fine. Just say it, okay? You're always wrong, okay? I was like,
You're always wrong.
Let's get to my favorite segment of the podcast,
Yes.
ranting and raving. Ben, why don't you take the lead today?
ooh, to keep it in the theme of today's episode, I saw a video of a guy proposing to his girlfriend
Nice.
at a nightclub.
Not nice.
Yeah. Yeah, she obviously said no. If any for anyone that has
Hey,
respect
send
for
me this
herself,
video.
if it was like in the middle of the fucking dance floor,
Yikes.
he gets on his knee, and the girl's just like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Just the strangers, they're obviously all drunk, just yelling.
Oh no.
Yeah,
This was like a packed nightclub. Like it wasn't like half empty or something.
no,
like
it was packed.
he didn't buy out the nightclub and it was only his
Maybe-
friends or something.
No, it wasn't even like that. You would think he would do something,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like at least like rom-com-ish,
He
right?
just dragged her to the middle of the floor.
Yeah, people are like, "Yo, where's the Henny?" Like, I'm like,
Shots.
and there's just cell phone lights everywhere.
Oh
Ay,
god.
ay, ay.
Yeah, I feel really bad for her. That's what it was. I feel really, really
Wait,
bad for her.
you feel bad for her or you would feel bad for him?
I mean,
Let's all say we can agree that it's a shitty idea to propose in a
Yeah,
nightclub.
for sure.
But let's say he was genuine about it. Do you not feel somewhat bad for him?
Yeah.
yeah. All right, fine. Yes,
A
I
bit.
would. A bit.
A
yeah.
bit.
But it's just like, yo, I think that's like the first time I ever heard anyone do that in a nightclub, right?
proposal. Yeah.
She could have probably just said yes, and he would have not heard her, and it just just like, and then go to the back and then like tell him the truth.
Yeah.
So it's not as embarrassing, right, in front of everyone.
Public proposals.
Yeah.
I'm not into that personally.
Like the big ones, like especially
No.
with like everyone and stuff like that.
You mean like, I don't know, in like Times Square or something? Like
Oh, yeah.
that kind of public.
I am not into public proposals.
You know what's also kind of weird? Like when they bring like their parents and their
Oh
grandparents.
yeah,
You're
the
kinda-
pressure to say
Yeah.
yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And they have like the camcorder and
Yeah.
shit. Like,
I'm gonna put all that pressure on the person you're proposing to. I
Mm-hmm.
don't think that's.
I don't think it's in the best interest of
Yeah.
the girl.
I think
at that
if you're
point.
doing it that extreme, you need to have like 200% confidence.
Oh yeah, unless
that-
you know for
Right.
sure.
Yeah, like you've talked about it. She's the one nagging you to
Yeah.
ask the question, something like that.
I'll give,
sure.
you give the benefit of the doubt for that.
Yeah, but if anyone ever proposes to me, I don't want anything public.
I think what you would want is a Zoom proposal.
Yeah, or just text me.
Yeah. He's just like sends her emojis and shit like a diamond ring. Question
Question
mark.
mark?
Yeah. And that's it.
And then I send the hand.
And the mayor's like dot dot dot. He's like waiting. He's like, yo, it's just loading. and
You could
shit.
just leave him on red.
Yeah,
Oh,
like, I'll
man.
text you later.
That's definitely gonna happen somewhere.
Oh, you're gonna kill Sean. My rant and my rave is not on topic, but I thought it was kind of cool. For those that don't know, Shohei Ohtani, last year's MVP.
Yes.
He just got selected to be on the cover of MLB The Show, which is a video game, baseball
Oh,
video
nice.
game, obviously. But what I thought was really nice was it's usually just a generic photo of them swinging or throwing a football or like throwing baseball. So they had the illustrator / creator of Afro Samurai, which I've only seen a couple episodes of, but they actually had him redraw Shohei in anime form, and then that's going to be on the cover of the video game.
That's new.
Let me show you guys a quick picture if I can find it.
All right. This could be either really cool or fucking
Or-
cringy.
Here's the picture.
Ooh,
That's kind of cool.
that's cool.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking dope actually.
So I think it's kind of
cool.
nice. I'll post a picture of this on social media, but it was nice that they paid some tribute to his culture.
Yeah.
It's not racist, right? It's not like saying, "Oh, Ben,
Oh.
you love banchan, so I'm gonna like."
Like I'm on the like on Time magazine, but I'm holding like a jar of kimchi and shit. You know what I'm saying?
It's like borderline racist.
Or like I'm dressed up as like Psy from like Gangnam Style. Then yes, I would be like, that's very racist.
okay,
yes.
fine. I hope he approved it, or just imagine he hates anime.
Oh, no.
Yo, he's like, what the fuck? God
It's like
damn
just
it.
because I'm Japanese, you guys like made this
right.
But yeah, Mariel, do you have a
A rant
rant
or
or
a
a
a
rave.
rant or a wave.
yeah? Meow.
Man, that baby sounds like a cat.
That baby sounds like a cat.
Do you have anything you want to like promote or you want to talk about?
A new thing that I'm into now is Twitch.
You're doing that shit?
I'm about to,
Yo.
so maybe I could plug that.
Yeah, plug that shit, man.
So I'm still it's still in the works.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm planning to live stream regularly.
Yo, that's fucking dope.
Username is Stoned Bun Bun.
Please spell that just in case someone doesn't.
STONED BUNBUN. Because my gamer name is Stoned Bun.
Stone
But somebody
Bun.
on Twitch had Stoned Bun.
We gotta kill them.
Stoned and Bun because I
Yes.
love
Yeah.
weed. And,
It's like,
If you
Yes.
could get the reference.
and Bun
just in case
because
people didn't know.
I love bread.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought it was a bunny
Just
reference.
chasing that bread. You know what I'm
Don't
saying?
I literally thought it was a rabbit reference.
Oh, you mean
Yeah,
like
and
real
did you
bread?
know there's like a girlfriend simulator in Twitch now? Speaking of dating.
My mind is processing stuff again. There's a girlfriend simulator?
So there's a category on Twitch because there's different
No
categories,
way.
right?
Yeah.
There's just chatting, there's games,
I'm
and
learning
then
a
there's
lot.
the girlfriend simulator part where these girls on Twitch just live stream like you're on a real date.
But
And
they're
then-
chatting with the
It's multiple.
the chat group, or they're like
The
chatting with
chat group.
Oh, it's not like
So the-
AI or something.
No, the
Oh,
whole
okay.
chat group is on a date, quote unquote, with this streamer.
So it's like an online orgy without the
Without
Twitch
the
orgy.
penetration.
Without-
without the penetration. She said, "Yo, we're
Well, you don't know what the other people are doing on the other end. That's true.
But yeah, there's a girlfriend simulator on Twitch, which I'm not gonna do.
I was
but
just gonna ask, is this what is this your
No.
category?
Yo,
that is not my category.
damn.
But yeah, speaking of dating, there is a girlfriend simulator on Twitch.
There you go for all you hopeless romantics out there. There
and
you go.
these girls actually earn a lot of money.
God damn it, dude,
like
we're doing the
gifting
wrong.
subs.
Dude, we're doing the wrong fucking
How do you make
business.
money on Twitch? People sub to you at a certain tier,
They just watch you and donate money, right?
and they can donate money.
That's
You
it,
can
right?
donate money.
What
Yeah.
game are you trying to do with it? I guess.
Well, since I just bought Skyrim,
Oh.
I'm also into Sims.
Oh, The Sims?
Yeah.
Are you really into Sims? Is that a big thing right now still?
I guess,
For
yeah.
homebodies.
Yo,
For
I-
losers like me.
Yo.
Let me make this world where I have a husband and a
Yeah.
dog and
Yo,
like 4
I
cats.
love like just building the houses.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You guys ever play Harvest Moon?
No.
I remember I was playing this shit, I think, in high school, right? It's a dope game. I don't care if anyone's hating, but you're pretty much a farmer and you make a farm, you plant shit, you raise animals, you get married, right? And all this shit.
Get married.
But I remember one time I was playing it, right? And my dad came home, right? He's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Oh, I'm playing Harvest Moon." He's like, "What is it about?" I was like, "Oh, I'm farming." I was like, "Yo," he was like, "Wait, so this game is just you fucking farming?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "That's fucking stupid." I was like, "Wow."
Love dads.
Yeah, man. My dad is, yeah.
Once again, please pause mid-podcast or pause right now. Scroll down to the bottom of your Spotify or your Apple Podcast app. Takes 2 seconds. Press 5 stars. When we're done recording, I'm going to take everyone's cell phone in this apartment and make them give us a 5-star review.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Mariel.
Do it right now.
Not by choice, but make sure you guys do the same thing too. I think Spotify has the review thing. Apple definitely has a review thing.
Spotify just released it. Yep.
If you're on some random app in New Zealand and it has a review thing, make sure you pause and you do that as well. I know we have a lot of listeners in New Zealand now
For real? Wow.
for some odd reason. If the listeners want to find out what you're about and they don't have no idea who you are, where can they
Yes.
cyber stalk you on the internet?
Yes.
Yeah. On Instagram, I am Maria, Maria De Leon, DELEON official. But yeah, my nickname is Mariel, Mariel. And on Twitch, Stoned Bun Bun,
Spell that again.
STONEDBUNBUN.
There you
She'll be
go.
doing that girlfriend genre content
Oh
soon.
no!
Oh,
Go on dates with me on Twitch? No.
Make sure you guys sign up for your Twitch account and you get those subscriptions ready.
Yes, please.
It was a pleasure talking today.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate you coming on.
Thank you, Mariel.
I had a lot of fun.
Hopefully, we didn't embarrass you in any way.
Oh, by the way, shout out to Shanti.
Just a little shout out to you. Thanks for helping us before.
Yes, Shanti is our new
Editor?
reviews our content to make sure that Ben and I are not going too far
Exactly.
and not saying anything that's borderline cancelable.
Yes. Thank you, Shanti.
So we appreciate that.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Shanti.
You are
There you go.
unofficially part of the team.
We can't pay you yet, but
Definitely cannot pay you. Don't expect any of that.
No.
If you're looking for a new job, you're looking in the wrong place. Okay, next week we'll be back. In the meantime, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week.
bye-bye.
Bye. Hey, surprise, it's future Lingjie here. Turns out this episode went much longer than we thought. We had a very good time chatting, so I guess that's why we kind of went a little bit too long on the episode, which also means for the sake of your listening pleasure, we had to chop things down a little bit. And instead of leaving certain segments on the editing floor, I thought maybe those of you who are super fans might like to get an extended highlight that was not in the original episode. Also turns out that we have far more listeners than we do followers on some of our socials. So to pique your interest, I'm going to cut out certain things that didn't make it to the episode. For instance, we weeped out about our love for anime that didn't seem relevant to the actual episode. But for you super fans out there who want to catch all that, you can follow us on Instagram at worstasianpod. You can go to www.worstasianpod.com and it'll link you to our socials as well. But I'll be including segments like that as an extended highlight bonus feature thingamabob on our social media, specifically on Instagram. So if you want that, you can follow us there. Okay, bye-bye. Again, bye-bye.